Greetings from Tokyo, my dear friends. This is Daisuke, and I very much hope that this video finds you well and in very good spirits wherever you are in the world. And right now, I'd like to share with you some more favorites from the year 2021 and the Criterion Collection releases that we saw over the course of the past 12 months. And now I'd like to focus our attention on favorite supplements. There were so many Criterion releases this year, as always, and like with each Criterion release, there are a number of supplements. And so it's been my great honor and privilege to have been able to go through these releases and to explore these supplemental sections of these particular releases. And that includes also any commentary tracks that might have been included. So I'd like to focus on my 5 favorite supplements that I feel are that really struck me, that really affected me when I watched them or when I experienced them. So there are so many supplements, maybe too many to name, and so maybe a list of 5 might seem quite incomplete indeed. And if you feel that way, please believe me when I say I agree with you. I truly do. I wish I could make more. Maybe one of these days, if I keep doing this particular type of favorites lists in the future years, maybe I'll try to expand the lists to more than 5. But if you'll forgive me for now, please let me limit my list right now to 5 of my favorite supplements to be found in a Criterion Collection release from this year of 2021. Number 5, and I'd like to focus our attention on this really wonderful film, which has been designated by Criterion at spy number 1083. And it is right here. This is the work Pariah. Now, there are so many supplements, so many fascinating avenues of exploration that one can make here. But the one I'd like to focus on is a cast reunion, which is part of the supplemental package. And this cast reunion is of specific members or certain members of the cast who have joined or come together in this Zoom conference call-like format. And this conversation is moderated by the great Jacqueline Stewart. And so we have Jacqueline Stewart as a type of moderator, asking questions, facilitating the great conversation. And then we have, of course, Dee Reese and the other members of the cast, Adepera Oduye and Pernell Walker and Charles Parnell, Asha Davis, and Kim Wayans in this, what's described as the 10th anniversary discussion. And my goodness, what a wonderful discussion this is. And we have each of the cast participants and also the director, Dee Reese, speaking about their own experiences working with each other. And you can tell the excitement in the air when they see each other, and that the start of the conversation or prior to it's just a lot of fun. There's so much mutual respect in the air, and they share, as I say, their experiences in the context of their characters, their roles, also the critical reaction to the film, and it was really big. And to see how audiences and how critics reacted and how they responded in interviews and the like. And I should also point out as a great example, Kim Wayans. Kim Wayans comments here about her particular role. And it's a key, what a really fundamentally important role her character is, and the relationship, that family dynamic relationship. Kim Wayans' comments here about her approach and style and philosophy to acting are, I think, a great comments, and they set a great example of why this particular conversation is so worthy. And there's so many conversations like this throughout the Criterion Collection, but there was just something very warm and welcoming and magical, as well as being very informative and very enlightening. I'm so glad this was here. So this is the cast reunion conversation moderated by the great Jacqueline Stewart as part of the supplements package for this release, Pariah. Number 4 in my favorite supplements from the Criterion collection from 2021. And now I'd like to refer to a very brilliant commentary track that can be found on one of the releases. And this is a commentary track which is from the podcasters Amanda Dobbins and Sean Fennessy and Chris Ryan of the website The Ringer. And they provided a brilliant, totally absorbing, such an educational and uh, what a great highlight this was for me in terms of my own learning experiences and viewing this particular work and having their guidance. This commentary track from this wonderful group, this highly intelligent group who know about sports, who know about cinema, and know about history. And I'm referring to that commentary track, which is for the film that has been released by Criterion, Spy Number 1081, and it's this film. Their commentary track for the work Visions of Eight. I can't stress enough how much I learned from their wonderful guidance and their wonderful command over history. And it's, as I say, not just sports history, but also cinema history, and knowing their, having their depth and breadth of knowledge regarding the Olympics history and also the various filmmakers that were involved and participated in each of these segments that form the overall Visions of Eight. So this is a great commentary track. It's fresh, it's inventive, it's inviting, and it's wholly educational in many aspects. I learned so much, and there were many things, of course, that I wasn't able to catch or keep up with, and so that will give me even more curiosity and more inspiration to want to listen to it many times. And so it's a brilliant commentary track. So it is the commentary track for this Visions of Eight. Number 3 in my favorite supplements, and here we have a supplement which is for the release, which was designated or is designated by Criterion at Spy Number 1086, and the work is this one, Deep Cover. And this had so many great supplements and discussions. I can't, it's almost difficult to, I wish I could pick all of them. In particular, there's a wonderful discussion about the music, a particular musical aspect in hip hop at the time, leading up to the late 80s and early 90s. It's really enlightening and fascinating. But if I had to pick one, and it was, or it is, this interview, there's an interview, a one-on-one interview that is conducted with the one, the only Bill Duke. And it's an interview where he is very, very, very warmly and so insightfully sharing with us his background, his viewpoint on his career as an actor as well as a director, not just in film and cinema, but also in television, and a number of the challenges that he had to face, and he acknowledges as much. But at the same time, he is expressing himself in a way where he is a true artist. He is a true artist. There is a calm sense about his demeanor, his manner, his way of speaking. There is this real life, love of art, and love of the craft. And he speaks of that, or he expresses that love as an actor and also as a filmmaker, as a director. And so he has that wonderful ability to view and appreciate and create art from various perspectives. And so this is all coming through. It is shining through so magnificently and so movingly through this particular interview. And I must say, too, that his demeanor, Bill Duke's demeanor, is one where he is so calm and he is so soft and very modest when it comes to his manner of speaking and way of expressing himself about his life and his career. And so that makes it even more attractive to me. It makes me want to listen to everything that he has to say. There is a sagely type of wisdom that is embedded, and that is further augmented by the wonderful manner in which he speaks. It is so beautiful. And I must admit that prior to this particular release of Deep Cover, I wasn't very familiar when it came to interviews by Bill Duke, etc. So this gave me the sense, or allowed me to become familiar with his manner, with his approach. And so, and because I would recognize him, or I would know him also through his very iconic acting roles, which had a certain, say, a really strong intensity to them, let's put it that way. And so when I watched these particular supplements, including in particular this interview, I was wholly struck, and I just became in awe. And I was listening to his words and his comments about his filmography and his career, his careers, his many careers, and I became totally. Uh, I was I was completely absorbed with everything that he had to say, and so this became for me one of the great experiences in terms of supplements and exploration. And so I'm very proud to have it here, discuss it here. This is my number 3 favorite supplement from 2021. This is Criterion's releases. This is the one-on-one interview with Bill Duke, the one, the only Bill Duke that is part of this release, Deep Cover. Number 2 in my favorite supplements from the year 2021 and the Criterion Collection releases, I once again returned to a commentary track, and this was a new commentary track for a very highly anticipated release from Criterion around the latter point of the year. And it was among the 4K UHD releases as well. And it underwent, the release itself underwent some scrutiny and controversy due to a Blu-ray related defect about it. But that did not at all take away, from my viewpoint anyway, the brilliance and the absolute genius execution of the commentary track from the two of the most expert persons when it comes to Orson Welles and the film, which is right here. This is Spy Number 1104, and the film is Citizen Kane. And the commentary track I'm referring to is that commentary track which I understand was newly created for this particular release, for the Criterion release, and the great duo of James Naramore and Jonathan Rosenbaum. So Naramore and Rosenbaum once again come together and present this wonderful, lively, uh, almost they're speaking off the cuff in the moment. You can tell that this is a warm conversation between friends, between associates, and who admire each other's work. But at the same time, they are almost in real time debating, very friendly terms, of course, debating and discussing various aspects of this particular work, Citizen Kane, in the context of this new commentary track. So Naramore and Rosenbaum's contributions have been seen elsewhere, and it's wonderful to see their contribution here. And the scope of their commentary track is superb, absolutely superb. There are so many other commentary tracks here. I've mentioned the Bogdanovich commentary track from several years ago, also the brilliant Roger Ebert's commentary track, which is also included here. So it's to take away nothing from the excellence that is regarding those two commentary tracks themselves, respectively, and have spoken about those in the separate video discussion about this particular release. That being said, of course, there's also the high level of excellence that can be found with the new Naramore Rosenbaum commentary track, which is part of this great package. So it is brilliant. It is exciting. It is insightful. It makes new turns, twists and turns, making points that are of a contemporary nature as well as shedding light on some aspects of there's some very honest, candid comments about maybe controversial points of the scholarship of Citizen Kane and the academic viewpoints and the debates surrounding Citizen Kane, etc., and the like. And so those and other reasons, this commentary track is essential. It is essential in the continuing journey that one may have with this brilliant work of art that is Citizen Kane. And these two are among the premier experts when it comes to scholarship about Orson Welles and this towering work, Citizen Kane. So the brilliant commentary track from that great duo, that great combination, collaboration of Naramore and Rosenbaum. It's my number 2 favorite supplement from this year. And so that brings me now to my number 1 favorite supplement from this batch of releases from Criterion from this year, 2021. Now, as I say, there were so many releases, and there are many, many supplements that are associated with each of those releases. So you're talking about an exponential type of calculation when trying to figure out the quantity of supplements as well as trying to pick what one's favorites might be. So it was a very challenging thing indeed for me, as the rest of these lists are. However, if I had to sit down and think about it and think back at the experiences that I had and the reactions I had and the feelings I had upon experiencing each of the supplemental material that was accompanying the Criterion releases from 2021, my mind and my heart went back to one very special release. And it is a very special release from of a very special film. And within that particular release, there is it is a scene selected or selected scene commentary track. It's not of the entire film, but even if it's not of the entire film, what we get from this selected scene commentary track is it I've said this before, but I'll say it again because I really mean it. It blew my mind. It really blew my mind when I listened to it, and I was trying my best to write down as much as I could to try to read and this information and try to memorize it and soak it up, and I couldn't, so I had to listen to it again, and it was brilliant. I was having such a wonderful time just getting all this stuff, trying to get all this information, and it was packed filled with it. And so I was yearning for the day that, it would have been great had this been a full feature-length commentary track, etc. But as it is, what we get here is brilliant, and it's this is the selected scene commentary track from the scholar Daniel Bird, and it is for this particular work, which is designated by Criterion at 1063, spine number 1063. And I'm speaking about this. The Daniel Bird selected scene commentary track for this work, The Ascent. Larissa Shapitka's work, Ascent. The Ascent is, I was so moved by it. I was just in awe of all the information that was coming forth. I was just, I was seeking this type of commentary. I was always seeking this type of knowledge and scholarship about this mesmerizing, electrifying, and powerful work of art. And so when I heard it, or when I got this title, one of the places I wanted to go to immediately, so I was curious about this commentary track, what it would be. And I was floored. I was absolutely floored, and I had to listen to it many, many times to try to get more, to absorb more. And every time I listened to it, I was once again floored. It was majestic. It was, it had a sense of purpose, and it also had layer upon layer upon layer upon layer of information, expertly told, and also with a real ease of accessibility. So easy to listen to, so pleasant on the ear, and so all in all, top marks, beyond top marks, A+++. If that were even possible. And if I had my way, I would give as many pluses as possible to the A, which I would circle and double right, triple right in thick thick marker to emphasize the fact that this is indeed an A+++ level type of work from Daniel Berg. This is the scene select commentary track for this particular release, this brilliant release, which is The Ascent. Okay, my friends, so that's it as far as my very brief list of favorite supplements. So I apologize. It really should be longer because there are so many supplements out there, and I'm now regretting not mentioning others that I'm now thinking of right now. But again, this is how I feel right now, and maybe you have a different set of supplements that really struck you and that really stood out to you over the course of the year. Please let me know how you felt about the year in the supplements. Please let me know in the comment section below. As always, I'd love to hear what it is you have to say. All right, my friends, so we are getting closer to those final videos, so I hope to see you at the next one. But until then, my friends, please be happy and healthy and well, and please keep on watching a lot of great movies. Thank you so much, as always, for your time. I very much appreciate it. Stay strong, stay safe, and cheers.